All right. I think mic check is happening now.
Who's Mike? Why are we checking on him?
Right to deer.
Is Mike okay? Just checking on you, Mike.
Yeah.
We don't even have any music to play.
I know. I have a song I really want to play.
Is it Humble by Kendrick Lamar?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is this song called Feel It Still by Portugal and the Man.
I haven't heard it.
It's fucking dope. The only thing I could play it on is my phone.
Wait, what's the song? All right, this is Feel It Still by Portugal the Man by Patrick's Request.
Might be over now, but I feel it still. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still.
Whoa.
Man,
I'm
that's
a
my
rebel
jam.
just for kicks now. I can relate.
I know. That's my jam.
They threw out some 1986 too.
You gotta listen to that on a system. I have a stereo at home. I fucking turned that up the other day.
That's
It
a
was
dancey
jamming.
song. It's got me moving.
Man, that's my jam for the past couple days.
I just come out
Yeah, like a week ago. About a week ago.
about a week ago.
Richie rocks.
That's such a good song. I've seen Portugal the Man at a festival.
Yeah, I saw him here in KC. I was there at that.
Mm-hmm.
I was there with some friends.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to name names in
What?
case I don't want to that out there, but
You know what? People are just going to have to get used to us talking about that. Because I mean, it's hard for me not, like, I do want to respect people's privacy. All right, friends. But also, I have some funny fucking friends. So, like, and I have some really great people in my life. So I would like to talk about them.
what we're gonna have to do is we're going to have to make code names and give each other a list before the show. who we're
I'll fuck
talking
it
about.
up.
They'll know who they are.
Just nobody else. People are going to know who they are, though.
Anyways, that's
You can figure
hilarious.
stuff out like that, like based off social media. Like if people look at our social media, we write each other, we tag each other and stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We're both on the Realennials page, so people will be able to tell if I talk about somebody that I went to the orchestra with. I guess
Yeah.
it could have been Eric or Manny or. You're right. We can come up with code names. Nobody will ever find out who anybody is. But celebrities, we'll talk about them all day long. I don't know. What's up, Pat?
What's
Guys,
up, Ruby?
we haven't podcasted. We haven't done this in a couple of weeks, and there's been a lot going on. I haven't seen Pat in a few days. Oh no, week pretty much.
Yeah.
Longer.
It's been a while, yeah. Welcome to the show.
I'm Ruby.
I'm Pat.
I'm Lily Realennials. And I'm eating grapes.
Grapes. The green ones.
The green ones are really good.
Man, so you're gonna have to tell me what happened. when you're out in Vegas.
Can I ask you something though?
Yeah.
How did you find out? Did I tell you? Yeah, I told you.
About what happened?
About what happened.
No, Jessica hit me up.
Okay, see, that's why I thought. Well, because she knew about.
She was trying to get Damien's information.
Yeah.
To see if he could help in any way.
That's a code name, by the way.
I'll edit it out. I'm gonna edit that out for sure.
I knew I wasn't gonna be the first one to fuck up. I was gonna say D, and then you were like, Damien. Damien, what's up? He was on the podcast before, anyways, guys.
Yeah,
so
he
whatever.
was on
His
the
info's
podcast.
already out there.
Anyways, he was just trying to. She was trying to see if maybe he could pick you up or
Like
figure
help.
out a way to get into. I don't know, like who your friends were that you went with. So I didn't know.
That's cool.
But then you hit me up only like 30 minutes after she did or something like that.
Yeah, I hit you up on via Facebook.
I hit him up and he was busy working.
That's alright.
And he had like, he can't. It's not just a job like where you can leave. He has like he's out on a bike tour with a group of people as their guide, like in the middle of like a 4-hour tour.
You mean he can't just ride away from them?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but
he was like hella down to go help you out after 12 when he got off.
well, guys, to fill you in the past few weeks, we've seen the Jayhawks lose. Do you remember that happened?
Man, that was so long ago. It feels like I shut it out of my memory already.
I know, right?
It was like last weekend.
It was like it was last weekend. So, anyways, I went to Las Vegas. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I took a trip. It was a lot of fun, but Patrick is referring to a specific event that happened.
You're referring to it. You asked me how I heard about it.
Oh, that's true. So I want to talk about it, is what Pat's saying.
I'm just saying.
Guys, I just think
I want to hear about it.
Like, okay, so I'm pretty embarrassed, but I think it's like kind of funny in retrospect. Like, it's just one of those things that you're like you want to just like grab your forehead and be like, oh my gosh, Roopster, what were you thinking, right? Yeah, I say that to myself.
We all have those moments, I think.
Yeah, we're human. All of us are human. We all fuck up. Have you fucked up in the past week? I fucked up in the past week. I could look at anybody and be like, have you fucked up in the past week? And most likely...
I'm good. I've been good.
You guys should see his face when he said that. He was like twitching all over, like...
We're getting videos soon.
He didn't even believe himself. But anyways... We're
going to get some videos soon. You can't prove that right now.
So... went to Vegas this past weekend. I left on Friday. You know, had a pretty hectic morning. Just a bunch of stuff was going on, and you know, rushing to try to get to where I'm going. We get to Las Vegas, probably about 7 at night. We hit up a liquor store first thing. We got a bunch of alcohol because we had to be prepared. And it was me and a bunch of my girlfriends, and we were there to have fun for somebody's birthday, but we're also there to take some photos and get some good photos for her business. So, I think we try to plan too much because definitely.
And also try to get in some wild Las Vegas shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, who doesn't do that?
Well, like, you're there. Like, you're there. Why wouldn't you do it? Anyways, but got there. We had plans to go watch Calvin Harris the first night at this club called Omnia. And we had dinner prior, like right beforehand, because you got to walk in a little bit later if you had dinner there. So I had a Cobb salad at this restaurant. It was delicious. Sounded amazing from what I read on the menu. Anyways, got into the club, got to our table, started, opening up drinks, whatever, and I look back at my Snapchat story.
Oh, no.
I should show you my Snapchat story. And I think...
FYI, I don't have Snapchat out there.
Pat's lame. But I look at my Snapchat story and I think to myself, that was such a good night. So, we're having fun. We're taking shots. We're drinking. Like, Calvin Harris is going to come up. We're like, it's a bunch of girls in this big open space that we can dance. And it's just like us. And we're having such a good time. And then, like, fast forward, to the next thing I know is happening, which is me waking up in the ER 7 o'clock in the morning.
Dang.
With no shoes, no purse, no phone, nothing. I don't have anything on me.
What happened to your shoes?
There's an IV in my arm. Like, I'm obviously, I'm covered up, whatever. I have a blanket on. I was sleeping. And I just don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, I was so out of it. Like, I don't know if you've ever woken up and been like, what the hell? How did I get here? Like, it's the strangest feeling. But, like, you instantly go into panic mode. Like, oh my God, where are the people that I was with? Yeah. Like, where are the people I was with? Where's all my stuff? Why am I here? When am I leaving? How do I feel? Like, that's like the fifth thing you think about. Like, how is my head? How is my body? Like, your mind just starts racing. But anyways, I woke up, I flagged down a nurse and I was like, hey, I need a phone call. Like, I need to call somebody, please. She brought me the phone. I called my sister and, she answered it because I, remember her phone number. Called her. She instantly went into like try to help Roopster mode. Mm-hmm. Started calling around, called the people that I was with, and yeah, that was how I woke up. But the mystery is, how did I get there?
Yeah, no one knows that part, or what?
Well, okay, so to recount my night, and guys, listen, I'm only telling this
don't judge.
Don't judge me, and I'm only telling this with enthusiasm because it's like, it's just so I just don't know what happened. Like, it's just a crazy story. Like, so my friends said, and I remember up till Calvin Harris went on. He went on at 1:30. I don't remember very much after that, but he went on at 1:30. I looked through my Snapchats. I had Snapchats up until about 2:40 going on at the club, right? This club closes probably at 4, so they have like a last call at 3:30. So, You know what I'm saying? My friends started noticing that I was missing at around 3:30 on its last call, and they're like closing everything up.
You just went missing from the club?
So I just went missing from the club.
Damn. So like, that's how crazy movies start, like Taken.
I asked my friends the next morning, when they found me, and after, because I'm jumping back and forth now, I'm back at the night of this happening. Anyways, like, at the beginning of the night, I put my purse in a drawer at the table, had my phone, had my shoes on. I remember that we went to try to get to the dance floor at one point, 2 packed. We went back to our table. I remember like dancing and seeing Calvin Harris and hearing one of his songs, and that's about it. Like, after that, my friends had to fill me in. This is what they said. They said that I was with them, that I was dancing, and that I was on my phone a lot. And that I guess one of the girls brought 2 dudes into our table area, and she was talking to one of those dudes, and I guess the other dude was trying to chat me up. She said I was like entertaining him for a little bit, but then she said, I don't know what happened, but you got to the point where you called a security guard and got him kicked out.
Damn.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't remember
and then you
that.
Disappeared after
and then
that?
I disappeared.
That's fucked up, man. That's
well, here's what I think happened, because I know this happened because I remember the paramedics telling me that I threw up. I think I either like passed out somewhere or threw up somewhere in the club, got kicked out. They called the paramedics on me, and it's very embarrassing because I haven't even had time to really process the entire thing completely. I'm still looking for some answers. My friends don't know. They were freaking out. It was just an ordeal. Like, I woke up. They sent me home in a taxi. The hospital did. I mean, they sent me home in a taxi, got to my hotel. I think
that you got, like, drugged or something.
I just think I got really intoxicated, couldn't handle my liquor, got real sloppy, bouncer notice, went outside, threw up, had to go to the emergency room, had to get an IV because
You must have blacked out, I guess.
I've never done that either. Like, I've never gotten so wasted where I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
So this was new, guys. So this happened to a friend of mine. This happened to a friend of mine a couple years ago. And so when I was going to Vegas, you know, I think to myself like, oh, worst case scenario, don't do that, Roopster. I woke up, all my worst fears were happening to me. No phone, no purse, no shoes. Like I lost my goddamn mind. Like, I don't know what was going on. You know, in the ER, don't know what's going on. But yeah, that was my first night in Vegas, Pat. Other stuff happens. Like,
yeah, how'd the rest of the weekend go?
Okay, so
you wake up in the hospital.
Yeah.
They hook you up with the IV.
Yeah, I felt better. I was able to rally.
Dude, I was like wishing I could have had an IV the other day. I was like, fuck, maybe I should go to the hospital just to get on the IV treatment.
Pat was hungover for like 3 days. Like a few weeks ago, he was just.
That was brutal.
A few of my friends were struggling. I was good. I didn't do nothing.
Done that in a really long time.
Yeah, I was at home sleeping, but you were out getting crunk. But you know what? But just in Las Vegas, I definitely was out getting crunk. You were at home sleeping. No, so I get back from the hospital, you know, people I'm with, one of them is down there waiting for me, hugs me, is like, what, why, we're sorry this happened to you, we're sorry we lost you. Another girl got lost too. Lost. She ended up disappearing. She ended up in a holding area inside of our hotel, which we were staying at the Cosmo, by the way, the Cosmopolitan. So they told me about that. We all chit chat. We're like, okay, well, let's sleep. Let's try to get some sleep. And then so we can get up and do stuff. Well, I'm probably about 3 hours. Well, and you know, before that, I text my sister. I text my boyfriend. Was just telling them what happened. And then I took a nap and I'm woken up by like alarms. Like an intercom system. It starts going.
Oh, what happened here?
And it says,
what time is this?
This was around noon or 1. Around noon or 1. Because I had only been asleep for a few hours.
Go lay down.
Should we let them outside?
I think he's just going to whine outside the door.
Oh, no. We have dogs here. Anyways. So this alarm is going off, and it's an intercom system, and it's telling us, we are cooperating with the Las Vegas police. There's an incident happening. Stay inside your rooms. Seek shelter. And we're like, what the hell? So we go outside on our balcony, and there is no activity outside on the Las Vegas Strip or anywhere on the side streets next to us. So we're like, what the heck? So this thing is going off maybe every 20 minutes. Telling us to stay in our rooms. I mean, all the lights are flashing in the hallways. You know, all the like fire detectors are flashing. So I look it up, and turns out there was a shooter outside of the Cosmopolitan right out front. Damn. And there was a standoff with the police. I guess this shooter like ran through the Cosmopolitan. He shot 2 people, ran through the Cosmopolitan, went and held himself up in a double-decker bus and was having a standoff with the police. Damn. For like 4 or 5 hours. We didn't come off lockdown until maybe like 4 or 5 because the KU game was at 5:45, and they started letting people out of their rooms like not really long before that. But yeah, so They evacuated the whole casino floor and I think the first couple levels, and then they wouldn't let anybody in or out of the hotel, and you really weren't supposed to even be leaving your rooms. So that's happening to me, 3 or 4 hours after I get out of the hospital, and then there's a shooter situation where I'm staying. So I guess some of my friends knew that I was staying at the Cosmopolitan, so they're like texting me, but at this point, I don't have my phone, so I don't know what's going on from anybody. So they start texting my sister and saying, hey, is Ruby okay because of the shooter situation? Well, my sister thinks they're talking about the hospital situation. So she starts telling people, well, how did you know that she was in the hospital? And then my friends are like, wait, Ruby was in the hospital? Like, wait, what happened? Like, oh my gosh, just worrying everybody. Damn. Just a drunk Ruby having an adventure, being able to tell a funny story on a podcast one day.
That's wild.
Yeah, no. So the shooter situation.
So you got your phone back and your purse and everything.
Yo, I'm the luckiest person on
and
earth.
And your shoes.
And my shoes. My shoes, my purse, my phone all came back. Made it back. Safely.
Wow.
I know. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm a lucky person. I do not know what it is, but I have incredible luck. It's amazing.
All that stuff would have been gone for me forever. Never to be seen again.
I would have never found it. So after that, we went down and watched the KU game in the sports betting area of the casino. We actually ran into some guys from Kansas City that went to KU. Up? We couldn't. We wanted to. Good thing we didn't. But we wanted to. But the casino was closed. You have to place the bet like an hour and a half or an hour before the game. Like they don't allow after that. Right. So the casino wasn't, like, the sports betting area wasn't open at that time. So we couldn't put any bets on the game. Because, I mean, some of the girls, their, like, dads were like, hey, here's some money, put a bet on this team for me. And so one of the girls had to, like, she was stuck outside of the hotel, and she didn't have anything on her. So she was, like, Venmoing somebody money to give her cash so she could put a bet in for her dad. Like, she was doing the most. Yeah, she was doing the most for her dad. Like, that's awesome. But so we went down and watched the game with these KU alums. We were cheering them on, me and another girl, and watched them lose. That was great. We went back upstairs and got ready for a show we were going to. We were going to Britney Spears that night, and we got ready. We headed out. We went to Britney Spears, and guys, we sat front row center table. Like,
at Britney Spears?
Yo, I could smell her sweat. I could see her, like, the beads of sweat coming off her body. Like, I could touch her if I really tried. You could have
sprung for her?
I could have sprung for her.
Grabbed an ankle or something?
Brittany, I love you. I'll never wash this hand. But she was amazing. We had the best time at Britney Spears. Oh, my gosh. It was so good. She was so good. She is a goddess. And you know what? That's the first song I ever downloaded on Napster, was a Britney Spears song. Think about that. Napster, you remember that?
Yep.
But yeah, I went to that, and then afterwards I walked over to Caesars where Omnia is, and they had my phone. We went back and talked to security, and they had my phone. And so got that, went and charged up real quick, texted a couple people, and then we went to, there's a club inside of the Cosmopolitan called Marquee, and French Montana was going to be there. So, like, we ended up going there because it's inside of the hotel. Like, it's the easiest club to go to, right? If you get messed up, you don't have to find your way back to another casino. You just go to your room. So we went there, and it was cool. We had a table there too. We got to watch French Montana. Man, some crazy stuff happened there too.
Dang, what happened there?
Oh.
At the French Montana show at what club?
At Marquee.
Dope.
I mean, I don't really want to put all this info out there, but there's
give us the
clean version. Well, okay, so this is just like it sounds worse than it really is. But anyways,
we'll leave out all the juicy details.
Yeah, we're inside of, we're in there, and I loved it because it's hip hop rap. So I'm sitting there. I can sit the whole time. We have a table, so I don't even have to stand up. And I didn't drink anymore. Like, I had a couple of drinks the rest of the trip, just like absinthe, because we went to the absinthe show. You got to drink some absinthe when you go absinthe show, right? I had like some champagne at Britney because they got us some champagne, we're celebrating, so had some there. But really, after that, I was not drinking anymore. I was just drinking water. So it was nice to be at the club and just be able to, like, sit down, just, like, vibe with the rap music and, like, chill. Anyways, I come back from somewhere, and I'm walking into the table area, and a girl turns around and she looks at me, hands me a joint. And, they're passing around joints. This is a French Montana concert. Like, This is a rap show. Pass a joint. Passes it to me, and I think, oh, okay, I'm in Vegas. What's up? This is what happens. And I'm about to take a puff of it, right? A bouncer comes over and is like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I, hand him the joint, and he's like, "You're not supposed to be doing this in my club." And I'm like, "Hey man, I'm in Vegas and somebody just passed it to me. What am I supposed to do?" So then the girl that passed it to me, which was a part of our group,
they came up to you?
Yeah.
Damn.
No. What do you mean?
I'm slow. They came up to you and said, "What are you doing with that?"
Yeah, they took it from me,
Damn.
right? And so the girl that passed
You're
it to
supposed to drop
me,
it and step on it and be like, "Oh no, what you're talking about."
I was not that smooth. I wasn't expecting to like be sneaky about it.
I've had to do that. Ooh.
Every few
I don't know.
days.
I've never had to do that before.
That's good advice though for somebody who hasn't had to do that.
You just turn away so they can't see what happens.
No, it was
Drop
there's
and then
no
stomp it out.
Like I couldn't do that. Like there's no way. I had to just fess up. So then the girl that passed it to me, he's like, "You need to follow me. You need to follow me." And so I'm just like following him. The girl I'm with kind of gets a little like, she's like, "Why? I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing anything. Like we weren't doing anything." And I'm like, "No, we were doing something. Like we definitely were. He saw us." And so I'm trying to like cooperate and I'm trying to like grab her and she's like, "No, I'm not going to go with them. Like you can't make me go with them." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, can we just go with them?" And we're like following the security guard because he's yelling at us and he's making us go with him. And then there's a point in time where he was really far up and me and the girl were like looked at each other like, let's run. Like, let's run in opposite directions. Let's just get out of here. And that would have been stupid because you can only take the elevators to get out of this club. So we would have eventually got caught. Like, we could only hide for so long. Anyways, he took us like to not an interrogation room, but like into a stairwell. And he was just asking us for our driver's licenses. And I was just like, "Yeah, I have mine here." But the other girl was like, "No, you have to tell me why you want my driver's license. You like explain to me." Like she was trying to get all like, "I'm going to call a lawyer." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
You should have been that way too.
No, this is how I knew not to do that. The guy was having a power trip. So like somebody questioned his authority. So he started power tripping on us. And I knew that's what he was doing. So when stuff like that happens, you just have to let that person finish their power trip. Like you just can't perpetuate it. You can't yell at them. You can't do it. Like they have to calm themselves down. Yeah. So I just like was as cooperative as I could be. And I was letting her kind of dig herself into a hole. Yeah. But I was just talking to the dude and I was like, "Hey man, listen, like I'm pretty sober. Like I'm trying to cooperate. I just like, I'll leave actually if you want me to." But like her mouth kind of got us into trouble. So then he brought in the general manager of the club and the general manager is yelling at us and is like, "This is private property. I could have you arrested. This is against the law still. Recreational marijuana is not legal yet." And he's like yelling at us and I'm just like letting these two dudes power trip on us, whatever. And then they still have my ID. And then they're like, "We're going to have to escort you out of the hotel. We might call the police. You can't even, you guys are staying here." Yeah, this is the casino we stayed at. We stayed at the Cosmopolitan and the club was inside the Cosmopolitan. Right, okay. For some reason, she was like, "Yeah, we're guests here," or something. And so they were like, "Wait, you're staying here and you're doing hood rat shit? Like, that don't fly." So anyways, it got to the point where,
I mean, it is a point of fact that you spend money at that place, that establishment. More money than people just visiting the club. Therefore, you should have some preferential treatment.
I mean, yeah. But they weren't taking it that way, right? They were just like, "Oh, we can find out who you are because you're not giving us your driver's license." So they're like, "Okay, we're going to escort you out." Because finally I was just like, I was really calm. I was proud of myself, but I was just like, "Guys, listen, the people that actually brought it they're still in there. Like they probably have more. And you're just like talking to two girls from Kansas right now that, just went to Britney Spears. Like, like, let us go do some other stuff." And so he's like, he escorted us out. He was like, "I'm going to escort you out, but you guys are going to have to walk out of the hotel and you guys are going to have to wait about 5-10 minutes before you can even come back in." So then we got to the entrance of the club and he like stopped me and he's like, "Listen, you were really nice. You were really cooperative. Your friend here wasn't, but you were. I'm going to let you guys go. Here's your driver's license. I'm not even going to make a note of it. Have a good night." And so I was like, sweet. Like, I didn't really expect to get myself in that situation. It's not like I brought stuff in and was like passing it around and being like,
Right.
everybody smoke in the club. Like, I just happened to be past something. And here's the worst part of that whole entire story right there. I didn't even get a hit.
Oh.
He got me before he like made me give it to him. Yeah, before I even like even did the crime. Like I didn't even smoke anything.
All right. Well, you got out of it. That's all you can ask for in terms of the karma balance there.
That's true. But anyways, that was second night.
That was all on the second night.
That was Saturday. Yeah, that was Saturday. So then we were still there Sunday and Monday.
Wow.
And then still more stuff happened.
What happened? Go on.
Well, like,
this is crazy.
I mean, we had some photo shoots, so we were there to also do photo shoots. So we spent a majority of, I think, Sunday doing these photo shoots and, making really good pictures. And then we went to dinner. We watched, it was Kentucky and North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
North Carolina won. Thank God.
Supposed to skip that game.
Yeah. And then, that night we went to Absinthe, the show. It was pretty cool. It was like it's kind of like a raunchy comedy, acrobat, like multiple feature show. It was pretty good. I did try absinthe drink, like they had absinthe there, so I did try that. That was pretty good. And then after that we went to the strip club.
Dang. This is all the third night.
This is all the third night.
Okay.
Went to the strip club. That was an experience. And mind you, the only thing I drank was that absinthe. Like I just had the absinthe drink like at the show at like 9, and then went to the strip club and drank waters. Like, how awkward is it to just go sober to the strip club? Like, especially for, I don't know how many girls out there just are not into the male strippers. Like I don't know. I didn't ever think I would, like, I would never willingly go, but this was like a group decision. Everyone's like, let's go try it. Let's go see what's up. But I mean, I still had fun. I still had fun with all my girls. Like, it was just an experience. But after that, they still wanted to go party because that place we went to was, I mean, it was a Sunday and really it was like, we were a group of like 6. There was like 12 people in the club total. Like,
dang.
like I don't know
That's
how
also unfortunate.
I don't know how they make money. I don't know how those guys make money.
They're probably escorts on the side.
Oh no, okay. But I mean, they were okay looking, but it's just like, it's just so weird. I don't know. For girls, I think it's like, it's common. Like for a guy stripper, I don't know. Maybe I should watch Magic Mike a couple more times so it becomes like a regular thing. So, like, this happens to people.
Yeah, I don't know. People go to the strip club.
Yeah. I mean, strip club's cool. It's whatever. We had a good time. But anyways, after that, like, because they closed a little bit earlier, they still wanted to rally and go. Yeah, go for it. They still wanted to rally and go to another club. And I was just like, please go drop me off at the hotel. Like, or please go drop me off at the casino. Like, I can't. So I went home early that night and iced my Achilles because I could not hang anymore. And then the next day we ended up leaving. But right before we left... Oh, no. No, what did we do that next day? There was another day in there, Monday, because we didn't leave Vegas till Tuesday. What did we do on Monday? Oh, that was my friend's birthday. We pretty much chilled all day. Yeah, no, me and a couple other girls, we went shopping. We because we weren't doing anything else, like we're just like, let's go to the mall. There's a Topshop there that we want to check out. And we went to In-N-Out. That was good. Like, so good. And then we went and had a really nice dinner, and then I gambled that night. But anyways, I stayed up till like 3 or 4 in the morning at the roulette tables, like playing. Went to sleep, but in the morning before we left, because we were going to drive to the Grand Canyon, I was going to cash out my chips, and I had a $25 chip, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to stop and just put it on red or something real quick before I leave, see if I can make some money. If not, I'm going to cash the rest of this. So I go and I sit down at the like clearest table on my way, And I sit down and I'm like looking at the stats on the screen, and then I look over and I'm like, is that Frank Mason? And then I look at him and I was like, hey, are you Frank Mason? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, Rock Chalk. I was like, hi, I'm Ruby. Nice to meet you. Like,
Hey.
and he's like, oh, Rock Chalk. He's like, are you from Kansas City? And I was like, yeah, we're from Kansas City. It was me and another girl. So I like show the dealer my ID and I'm like starting to bet. And the girl with me, she doesn't have her driver's license. So the dealer's like, you have to leave. So it's just me and Frank Mason, like, making bets.
What?
Yeah,
Are
like,
you fucking serious?
it's just me
This
and
is
Frank
crazy.
Mason making bets. Like, you know, I'm trying to play it cool and not be like a super fangirl. But, like, you know, I haven't been really that into basketball. But, like, yo, he's the player of the year. Like,
Yeah.
he's the player of the year. You know, we were, like, cheering him on the few days before that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you kept it real, kept it chill.
Yeah, I kept it chill, but you know, I lost more money because then I was like I pulled out another 100, and I was like, can I get change for this? And then that was gone just because I wanted to sit next to him and like gamble for a little bit, like just because anybody else that heard, like, any KC person's gonna be like, oh my gosh, how lucky are you? I lost money, but it was cool. It was like a cool experience. We got pictures with him. And then we took off to the Grand Canyon.
Man, that's awesome. What a trip.
The Grand Canyon was the highlight of... I don't want to say the highlight of... It was all great. But the Grand Canyon was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
We got there right at sunset. The first day. So we got to watch the sunset over the Grand Canyon. That was beautiful. We went to sleep pretty early. And we woke up for dawn. Woke up at like 5 a.m. to make it out to watch the sun rise over the Grand Canyon, and we did that. And then we got a photo shoot in. Like, we got a photo shoot in at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got some photos taken, and then we went and had a nice breakfast, and then came back and went hiking the rest of the day. I mean, we probably hiked like a good 4 hours. I have a sunburn on the top of my head.
Damn,
like,
your Achilles is all messed up.
Yeah,
again.
my Achilles is all messed up. No, yeah, I'm like been limping the past couple of days, but
it's gonna take some time to heal.
yeah, but that was my trip. I mean, it was, you know, I got back a couple of days ago and I was kind of grieving. Like, it was such a good time that I had to come back into reality and have this podcast with Pat. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But
that's real. That's, you know, how it is when you come back from amazing vacations. I suffer from that too when I come back. Is there a condition? Is that a name for that?
We should name it, because it's, I don't know. We'd have to figure it out.
It's like post-vacation depression.
Post-vacay, like postpartum, post-vacay.
Yeah.
Post-vacay depression. That's a thing.
Post-vacregression.
Vacregression. No, it's pretty sad. I mean, I don't know how soon I'm ever gonna go back to Las Vegas. If I go, it's like,
you only need to go like once every 5 years.
like spa days and like shows and maybe shopping and stuff. But like to go out and party like that, can't. Like, I can't. I might go gamble. I didn't get to play as much poker as I wanted
suck at
to.
Gambling. I never won money. I just don't do it anymore.
I really liked roulette. I was like getting the hang of it.
I'm stingy though. I only put down like $60 max, and then I'm just like out of there.
We should go to the casino here. Not Las Vegas. I need to give that city a break.
Nope, I'm bad.
I will go back to the Grand
thing
Canyon,
is,
though.
The only thing I really want to bet on is sports. And you can't do that here. You have to do it in Vegas only.
You can only do it in Vegas?
In Nevada. There might be sports betting in another state. Maybe like New Jersey or something. Don't quote me. But
Yeah, I was
it's
going to say
only
New
in
Jersey. Like Atlantic City.
Yeah. But only a few states have that.
I don't know. We didn't get to do any sports betting. Yo, I probably made it like a block radius on foot. I don't know, it was fun. I mean, I've talked a lot today right now about it, but like I just think it's funny. Like, I know some people are probably thinking, how irresponsible, like how stupid, why would you go do that? Like, you're an adult, why are you acting like a kid? But like, I am that down person, right? Like, I'm the person that's like, I'll rally. Like, I'm like, okay, let's do it. Like, let's just have fun. Let's see what life brings on. And you know, I definitely did that, and I'm just really lucky to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, got a little too loose on vacation, it sounds like. But, I mean, it's vacation. That's...
A little, got a little turnt. I mean, the other girls struggled too. Everybody had their thing. That was just, you know what? I also think it was the, it could have been the accumulation of a lot of crazy stuff that had happened to me that day. Because that Friday was like a pretty crazy day for me. Like, I just woke up.
You texted me in the morning.
Yeah, I just woke up on edge, and it was just stuff like personal stuff, and it was like stuff at work, and just like a bunch of different like a lot of pressure on me from a lot of different places. Like, and I was feeling really rushed because I had to be somewhere on, like, ready to go at a certain time, and I had so much stuff to do. And so, like, when I finally got to Vegas and like started drinking, I don't know if I just went overboard because of, I don't think so. I think I just didn't realize how bad my tolerance was and how little I ate, because I didn't eat the whole day. I pretty much just had the crackers that they gave me on the flight, because all day I was busy. I mean, I woke up
I thought you had a Cobb salad or something.
No,
Not that's like a sufficient
yeah,
meal.
but I had that at 10:30 at night, Las Vegas time, so that'd be midnight here. So I went from like the midnight before, didn't eat anything, and I had a coffee. I picked up a coffee.
That's not eating anything.
Exactly, in the morning. That's all I had. So I had a coffee in the morning. I didn't even have any lunch.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Yeah, and then I had crackers on the plane. Like, I don't know. I was just feeling so rushed that day that I didn't have time to eat, and then it all hit me right when Calvin Harris went on stage, and I don't remember all of the performance. That's what's sad is, and I really wanted to see him. Like, Calvin Harris is bae. Like, oh my gosh. And I just don't remember any of it.
I blacked out when I went out to Colorado last year.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly the altitude, but I flew out there on a cheap flight to Denver and hung out with my friend from KU and his girlfriend. And, like, he brews beers, so as soon as I got there, he pretty much was like, here, try all these different beers. And I was like, yes. Because he makes delicious beer, too. So I was all psyched about that. And I drank probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 beers in, like, 3 or 4 hours.
And you think, and the altitude and maybe the, like, strength of it? And, yeah. And the other stuff?
Just the altitude mostly and that beer. But I was just sitting on the couch hanging out with him, and all of a sudden I felt like I was gonna throw up, and then I tried to get up and I couldn't get up. I got weak and I blacked out. I almost was a seizure, but not really. I just was like, it was like I fell asleep, and then I would wake up, and then I fell back asleep again, and then I woke up. It was crazy.
What? No,
But I think I was dehydrated mostly. And then the altitude, and I don't think I had eaten either that day.
It's just a lot of stuff, guys. You know what? Let me preach this. And this is so crazy because this is the trip I was on was a brand that just preaches self-care. And I did not self-care that day. So you just notice what you're eating, notice what you're drinking. Like, me and Pat are both talking about our fuck ups about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both didn't take care of ourselves and we did stupid shit, and, you know, just stay woke, people. Like, learn from our mistakes. I'm really open about a lot of my, like, failures and just, like, human shit as much as I can be, because it happens to everybody. Like, you gotta have a little compassion and just like some understanding for other people, because it sucks going through what I'm going through, on top of that being judged by everybody about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to then deal with other people's feelings about it and my own feelings about it. Like, that's hard enough. That, like, I had to spend a lot of the day alone yesterday because I just had to, like, think about everything, and it wasn't all bad. I had an amazing time. And it was a lot of, like, that's over, you know, back to the real world. But yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, it's brutal. That was brutal when that happened. But yeah.
How long did it take you to bounce back? Give me some.
When I blacked out in Colorado.
Yeah. Like, how long was that trip? Like, did you have more?
Well, that was a trip I was only in Colorado for 2 nights. I got there early in the morning, so I was there for like 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
And then I left on the 3rd day. So that happened on the first night. And then, like, I just went to sleep after that happened. It was probably like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something at night. And I just went to sleep, and I slept pretty good, and I was good the next day after that. I drank a bunch of water.
That's good. Yeah, I need to hydrate more.
But I was there for 2 days, and then I flew out to Seattle.
I want to go to Seattle.
To meet up with...
Who did you go see in Seattle?
D.
Codenames come in.
With D, and then...
And with L. Was L there?
No.
I'm just making people up.
L was not there. But K was there.
Oh.
Anyways, it was cool. We like road trip down to visit family in Oregon.
Oh, cool. Did you go hike or did you spend some time outside?
Oh yeah,
that's what I would want to do.
We camped actually out on the land, and then we drove. The day we left, we drove south into California to the redwood forest and checked that out, and went swimming in a river there in the national park.
Oh, I think you told me about that.
And then we drove up the Oregon coast. Like the whole next day, we took like the whole day to drive up the coast all slow and hit up all these dope beach towns.
No way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yo, that sounds so cool.
And then we got back to Seattle that night, and I flew out back to KC in the morning.
Sad. Tragic.
Yeah.
Back to Kansas City. I really do like Kansas City, everybody.
It's not Kansas City I don't like. It's like the reality of work.
Yeah, it's true.
Endless grind.
Oh, we're talking about that. Please tell us, other millennials, Realennials. Are you guys feeling like we're feeling? Like, you guys are on that 40-hour corporate grind shit, and you're just like, this is not cool. Like, I'm not about this. But
some people are about it, and that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. People like that structure. People like that. Like, they like organizations creative. That they work with. I just think that, I don't know. I have a real entrepreneurial spirit. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I just don't think I can work for anybody else for very long. Like, eventually I'm just gonna have to do my own shit. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's difficult to do that and work for people and maintain your creativity, and your energy that could be used towards producing something, like making something, like meaningful work. I've been saying that so much. Well, you know what? A lot of podcasters are talking about meaningful work. I'm not quite sure of the author, but there's somebody that recently wrote about it, and it's an interesting concept to me. I feel like, but you know what? I don't know. Sometimes I think that even if I do other things, I'll still always want to do other things on top of that. So I'll never feel productive. Like, It's so crazy. Because there's just so many things you can do. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're all just trying to figure out this life thing. Yeah, it's hard out here.
It is hard out here. But, there's a lot of good things that are happening, and we haven't really talked about any politics. We haven't hit up anything.
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Goodness gracious. But we want you guys to stay woke. Like, I think giving you guys a personal look into, like, just the stuff that we go through as people could maybe give you guys just like,
at least it's funny.
Yeah, well, it is funny, but just give you like another idea of how people go through things. Just have some empathy, stay woke, and just try to be you. That's my best advice is just like be you. And if people aren't letting you be you, like still be you. Like still do it. Like
I think the thing is to find a balance. You know, do the thing you got to do. If you can, try to make it work. Try to find the balance in between or transition. My whole thing is like I'm trying to transition off of the system. You know, trying to like slowly transition off into owning my own land and getting off the grid. But it can be done. You got to do what you got to do. Or if you have to be creative and you have to make movies or you have to write books or whatever, then you got to do that too.
That's an outlet.
Figure out a way to make it work.
It is an outlet. Yeah, people are out here hustling. I just saw an article about it, but I haven't read it. But it was like everybody, like millennials are obsessed with side hustles. We all got a side hustle. This is me and Pat's side hustle. Like that's what we treat it. No, we're not making any money, just so you guys know. But,
No.
but
Audible, hit us up.
Yeah. Elon Musk listens to us. Remember that, guys. But anyways, what was I talking about? It's not a podcast if I don't ask that question.
I started thinking about Audible hitting us up. Audible, hit us up. They have over 100,000 selection that you can choose from.
I don't know.
Audible.com/Realennials.
The Realennials. Yeezy.
Just kidding. They don't really sponsor us.
No, I was just letting Pat go through like this like advertising thing. Did you get through that phase? Is it good? No, we'll get some sponsorships.
No,
you want
I'm
to
not worried
sponsor
about
us, people? If you want to hit us up, let us know. You know what? Nobody's hit us up yet. No, people have hit us up, but nobody's like. Have you actually? I haven't checked.
I've spoken with multiple people in person that like it and listen to it.
Okay. Shout out to y'all. What up? Okay, but we want more people. Should we start doing like an advice thing? We'll answer questions, people.
Yeah, send us questions.
Send us questions. I'll give you my opinion, and I like to sugarcoat things and make people feel nice and like fluffy, but I can be mean too, so ask me for advice.
Put it in the comment section or send us an email. Let us know. We'll talk about it on the show.
Or just text me.
We need people to hit up our Twitter. We're going to start adding people on Twitter so that you guys can add us questions.
Twitter is dead.
Is it dead? It sounds
Twitter
like it's pretty much
dead.
dead.
Yes. Nobody's using it.
I thought people still
people
use Twitter.
do, but I don't know.
Insta?
Insta's great. I love Insta.
If people use Insta, you got to do that though. Anyways, we'll tweet out people or we'll let people know that we're taking questions like the day that we podcast.
Oh yeah, they can just we'll tell them, hey, ask us anything between this hour and this hour, and we'll just talk until we get a question. Or do you mean like we'll just pick
early
from
in the
questions?
day? Early in the day, we'll let them know like 4 hours before.
Well, we just say like, hey, every Wednesday, or just send us questions and we'll
just
just
send us
pick
questions.
One.
Hit us
we'll
up.
Just pick one. Good ones. Ask us anything. Like I don't know what are you an expert at?
Pretty much everything.
Yeah,
for the most part,
I have an opinion about it all. And if I don't, I'll just make stuff up.
Yeah, we could get that advice on lock. You feel free to hit us up anonymously if you don't feel comfortable.
We won't even say your name. It'd be cool though. There's a lot of noises. Alright guys, well, that's the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think we gave you guys all our credentials. TheRealennials@gmail.com, at TheRealennials on Twitter. What else?
The Realennials on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube.
Look us up on YouTube.
Hit us up. Check out our other podcasts. We're starting to accumulate a few. This is 14 or 15.
Yeah, we had another 14.
We got a new setup.
Yeah, we did get a new
setup. We got the mic set up, so hopefully the sound is nice and crispy for everybody out there. We're gonna step up our game too here pretty soon. We're gonna have a camera going. We're gonna videotape this ish, and post that. So stay tuned for that. Thanks everybody for checking this out.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm Pat.
I'm Rubester.
This is the Realennials signing off. Hit us up. Peace.